Hello everybody, this is Dino GTO, and this is going to be my quick run over of April's events. Now, first event, and probably the most important event to most people, is Leopard 1 Top of the Tree. Now, Leopard 1 is a pretty good machine, but the main thing I like about this event and the way they've done it is they have not just done it for the medium line, they've also done it for the Scout tank line. So that means all of these vehicles are on sale. Any of the vehicles listed here are going to be on sale to at least some extent. So personally, I'm going to attempt to make my way to the Leopard 1. I'm on the Leo PTA right now. I have all of these vehicles unlocked. I think I may re-buy a couple of them. There's a couple of vehicles I do like, and this is actually a really good chance for me personally to get this thing again because free tier 9 whenever the tier 10 lights come. So if you have this thing unlocked, take advantage of this. Take advantage of this. Um, so yeah, probably gonna pick up a couple of these tanks because either I like the way they look or I just like the vehicles in general. So I might rebuy. I think I already have the VK2801. I'm definitely gonna rebuy this. I might rebuy the 3001D because I liked that as well. Indian Panzer, wouldn't recommend. Indian Panzer, not that great of a machine. It's okay since the buffs, but not great anyway. Leo PTA is actually kind of fun once you get the top gun, but you need the top gun and the turret, and then the engine is what runs it off. I still haven't gotten the top tracks on it yet, but I'm working on it. So yeah, the Leopard line is pretty good for the most part. And honestly, this here tells you to use vents instead of coded optics. That's wrong. You always use view range for something like a Leopard because Leopard is totally reliant on keeping things at range. It doesn't like close range very much, so you always need to try and extend that view range, take advantage of it where you can. So just a bit of advice from me. Just quickly going to open up the home and just see what other events are coming. Yeah, there's the April Fools event. It's a web browser game, so it's kind of cool. I'm not gonna play it right now, but it looks kind of like Mario with a World of Tanks developer's face copy pasted over it with a little MS1. I originally thought that was a Valentine or something like that there, but it's not. And this year is like the troll update. The M6 A2E1 is on sale for just today. I'm only getting around to this here now because I've got work. Um, let's see. I'll just open this as well. I'm not going to bother with the premium shop stuff because I don't feel like that's really necessary. Okay, yeah, and this here is the troll details that they've released. Like, well, you know it's a troll already because, well, look at the name of it. Update 9.17.1.45.6 and a half. Yeah, and they're saying like they've added the stuff. None of this stuff actually happened, but it's just kind of funny that they decided to do this here, and they increased the visual length of the L100 gun by 30%. Oh jeez. Yeah. Okay. So where was the one that was like referencing like historically accurate? Where was it? Anti-sail clubbing feature added. If you reach 500 battles on the vehicle before unlocking your first tier 8, the hatcher will automatically be reclassified as a tier 8. No further changes to the vehicle expected. Okay, yeah. And yeah, oh, and this is the one. This is the historically accurate one. Stamp added to the hull. Now historically accurate at last. Yeah, it's kind of clever, but yeah, that's not what we're here for. But they've also done this. It kind of gives some details on the mutant or the alien. The alien actually makes more sense now that they point out now that Agent Jedi pointed out the reason why. It's because you know the xenomorphs from the Alien movies. The turret kind of looks like one of their heads. So I never got that, never made the connection, and it actually makes a lot more sense now calling it the alien rather than the mutant. So yeah, it has kind of a crappy gun. Does get the limited matchmaking as far as I'm aware. Decent kind of part of weight ratio, but not a great top speed. I mean, it's slower than the Leva for fuck's sake. It still has a better part of weight ratio than the Leva, but still kind of slow. It has a decent amount of front armor, side armor's total shit, and the turret's really strong because it's American. So yeah, they've actually done 2 deals on this. My guess for the price of this thing was going to be £100 because, well, that's just kind of what I expected. Turns out this is roughly £85, and this one here is roughly about 55 to 60. I'll actually double check this one just to be sure. Yeah, about £60. So that's actually not as bad as I expected it to be, and they actually offered a slightly cheaper bundle. So I'm genuinely surprised by that. Wargaming has learned that people have people are not interested in paying £100 for a special event tanks like with the Panzer 2J. Nobody's going to pay that for a tier 3 unless you're in a nutcase. Yeah, so it's not too bad deals. They're better than I expected them to be personally. So I've already looked at that. Why did I open that again? Yeah, and you also get some like personal. Whenever you complete all the missions in the Leopard 1, you have to have the tier 10 to do those missions. You complete 50 battles, you get a bunch of personal reserves. So that's cool. And also, there's the Top of the Tree event. The Top of the Tree event I already mentioned. Nation Spotlights. I believe those just happen once every weekend. So it's French, yep. And then that's one. So yeah, it's every weekend except the this weekend here, or this weekend there. Basically, this week. Sixth anniversary celebrations. Now, I always confuse the anniversary celebrations with the Wargaming anniversary celebrations. Like, this one here is a 6 year celebration. The one that comes around in August is typically the slightly better one because it's actually the Wargaming Company celebration, as far as I remember. So that one typically gives you some slightly better rewards, but this one here at least gives you some pretty decent specials like times five for the first victory of the day. Some good discounts and unique and anniversary emblem. The one thing I would say look out for this here is a multitude of attractive discounts. That to me means they're probably going to have a tier 8 premium tank sale for 15% off. I would keep an eye on that. If you're ever going to buy a tier 8 premium, that's the time to do it. Because I think you can get a tier 8 medium for under £20. And that's pretty good. And honestly, that's part of the reason why I can honestly never recommend a tier 8 heavy. Because the tier 8 mediums are overall more versatile. And well, look at the price of the Lova in comparison to the Panther 88. That's about 15 quid difference. I mean, holy shit. I mean, like, you could literally almost buy a Panther 88 and like a Super Pershing. And it's only it's not even that much more than the Lova. That's how incredibly expensive the tier 8 heavies are. And the T-Tier 4.3, which for some bizarre reason is just massively expensive. Even though the Super Pershing's cheap as fuck. The Super Pershing is actually a pretty decent choice. I actually like it. So, yeah, tier 8 mediums, I would recommend if you're going to buy a tier 8 premium, I would say go for a tier 8 medium. Tier 8 mediums, just in general, are really really solid vehicles, and they aren't really going to let you down very much. The only one that I can really think of that I wouldn't personally recommend would probably be the CEC because it's kind of lost its touch. It doesn't feel as fast as it used to, and well, it still has the insane power to weight ratio, but it doesn't feel as quick as it used to with all the speed buffs that a lot of the others have gotten. Like this thing can do 50 now. This thing here can do I think 40. This thing here was able to do 40, just can't do it in the flat ground. This thing here is able to do I think 50. Yeah, this thing just it feels like it's lost its speed advantage. So and it doesn't really get any armor to compensate for that. The SDI2 also got a better engine as well. So yeah, this thing here doesn't really feel as special as it used to when it came out. So I expect them to probably update this thing a bit in the future, but probably not. It's probably the most. It's probably not the most important thing they need to do right now. So yeah, 6th anniversary special probably going to be decent. Some decent deals on there, but the typical one, which is about a wee bit better, is August. But if you see tier 8 premiums on sale for 15%, they have never done a bigger discount than 15%. So if you want to buy one, that's probably the best time to do it. And whenever tier 8 premiums are on 15% discount, that typically means tier 7 and 6 premiums are 30% and tier 5 premiums are 50%. So if you want to just buy a bunch of gold and get a tier 5 premium and some lower tier premiums, that's probably the best time to do it. Like I'm talking about premiums in particular because that's real life money and that's more important, honestly. So yeah, if you want to try and save money, that's probably the best time to do it, and you'll probably get some like, special tanks on sale and shit as well. So yeah, and then some more deals on like some discounts on vehicles, like same with the French thing, same with the Swedish again. Although I'm kind of surprised the Swedish are getting this here because well they had the marathon for the tank destroyer, so this may only apply to the um to the heavy line, so that could be interesting. And then there's the long weekend special. This one here is mainly focused on crews, but it says lucrative mission, so I can't help but wonder what that could be. That could be something good or it could be something crap. I have no idea. This intrigues me. Just because the name's a lucrative mission. You never know what it's going to be. But this one here gives you an anniversary emblem. I have never once used one of the emblems that they've given out because, well, I'm kind of a collector in that regard, and I still have the St. Patrick's one from like 3 years ago. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm like. So I believe that's pretty much everything in the cover. I would recommend reading through this here. Some of the shit they've added in this here, or well, that they put in this post is actually pretty funny. So yeah, like MX40. Due to hunting season's closure, shooting at ducks is now prohibited. And KV2 accuracy of 115mm gun as the character shelled by the unshaken spirit of glorious revolution. I guess the one's called guided by Stalin because that would have been a bit, well, yeah, a bit touchy. And Tog 2 is now a submarine in World of Warships. Yeah, I don't even know. Some of these are just really really funny. Let's see. Grappling hook as a secondary will pull the enemy towards your position when used. Okay. Oh, and the Wolverine, that one's clever. Uh, HP regeneration enabled. Added a custom yellow camouflage pattern and 2 additional guns to the turret. If you don't figure that one out, you clearly have never seen either the X-Men or heard of Wolverine. That one's clever. I like that one. Fall damage turned off. Added a cape to the back of the turret. Color can be adjusted via the exterior menu. Fall damage turned off. That one I don't get. The fall damage turned off one I'm not 100% sure on, but the cape, I'm assuming that's a reference to Superman, but this one here I don't really know what that is. I'm assuming that's probably some sort of reference I'm just not catching right now. So yeah, I recommend reading this. We think it's kind of clever, and that's not the only bit. There's some other changes as well. So yeah, but that's the main changes coming, or well, the main things coming in April. I would say take advantage of this special in particular. This is probably the most important one. I'm going to abuse the crap out of it by a bunch of tanks because there are some good Leopard line vehicles and scout tanks. I would recommend if you're at tier 7 in the scout line or tier 6, work as hard as you possibly can to get the tier 8 because you're going to save about 3 million credits because you're going to get a tier 8 for free, tier 8 scout for free, and you're going to get a tier 9 for free. That's 3 million credits you could save. So it's going to be worth it. It's going to be a pain in the hole, but it's probably going to be worth it to do just to save that amount of credits. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. If the test server is anything to go by, then that's probably what's going to happen. So yeah, abuse that as much as you possibly can. So yeah, I believe that's everything I have to cover in this video. So let me know what you think of the specials in April and which ones you're going to take advantage of. I know which ones I'm taking advantage of, so let me know what are you interested in taking advantage of. So yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.